Slickest.
Hey, Rick.
What up, gangsters?
It's Kimmy and Desi and Cam. Just call us KDK, we be lit every day. You might as well go and follow the gram. We drop every week, so you better subscribe. Since you here, you might as well leave a like. This is our video, go make some cereal. Kick back and tune into our lives.
It's just a little, you know. GANGSTAS decisions. Nigga, you can't see me. I'm Get it together. Put a bunny on you, shit. What is that? This is a sad case. Anyway. What up, gangsters? Right. This is the first official episode with 2 members. So Cameron, as she explained before in the first episode, has decided to depart. She will never come back. Be popping up on the show here and there, but you know, when school calls, okay? You don't even know who you are. I don't give a I'm just kidding. Welcome to KDK Productions. Beat Kamiana in this bitch.
It's Cam in this bitch.
Oh wow. Okay, now go ahead. Started school. I ain't telling y'all what it's for, you know.
Lunch, nigga, either he ate it for lunch. Bitch, on my body, I get what I want.
Still have 2 jobs. I said I was quitting CBS. We knew that wasn't gonna happen. I tried though. I did.
mean the West Side one, you did?
Yeah, I tried. I've been working there for a year and a half. Yeah. That was my longest job though. My longest job was Target. It was 2.5 years.
That was your longest relationship. Please.
Actually, my longest. Anyway. That's what I love. Love you, babe. But
You know what?
I'm wrong. I'm funny.
You know I would have been wrong.
I'm dead ass. Yeah, you would have been wrong. I'm dead ass.
You know what me and Cameron said? No, if this podcast was a like a hardcore slander, we would blow up faster.
Yeah. Any updates? Word.
No, not really. I'm just depressed. Like,
She's
just
like,
depressed.
Minimal.
Isn't that Mental Health Awareness Month or
Is it? Let's see.
or like some like that? I don't know. Hold on. Cameron just said
the
it.
fuck is
Oh my god, y'all can see Cameron real quick. Cameron, is it? Didn't you say it's like? It's kind of like Mental Health Awareness Month, or like what kind of what is it?
Suicide prevention.
Oh wow, I just okay.
Week. Suicide Prevention Week.
Okay. Cameron's alive. We're just joking. Like we didn't kick that bitch off. Like what the fuck? I'm not all the way there. Well, but
I will you up. I'll actually bring you back and my damn self. I wish you
But I
would.
haven't crashed the car, so I haven't gotten there. I was thinking about it, but I didn't.
Yeah, y'all could cancel me for being aggressive with somebody's mental health. I don't give a I'm just not leaving.
Thumb in. That's all you gotta do. Thumb in.
I'd rather jump.
That TikTok I sent you about the girl, she's like, you got 3 days to ignore me. You saw that shit?
Oh no!
I don't know who needs to hear this, but when we friends, don't ever feel like whatever the fuck you going through is gonna be a burden to me. Bitch, if you are depressed, come talk to me. If your nigga got you fucked up, come talk to me. If your mama got you fucked up, come talk to me. If your dog, co-worker, bitch, the sky, or even God got you fucked up, come and talk to me. Don't ever feel like you gotta hide shit, or if you gotta be depressed, or you gotta distance yourself because to get yourself right. Listen, you only got 3 days to not talk to me. On the 4th day, bitch, I'm coming.
Yes. Yes. No. It take one, honestly. I text her in the morning. She don't respond until the next time. I'm coming to your house. I did. I came and beat her ass, cleaned her room, and left. What are you doing? Shut up. Can't let me buy it. Click. Like, what? That's how I am with all my friends. And like even my relationship most previous relationships. That's how I am.
Speaking of friendships,
Okay.
I was thinking about. There's this guy. He was talking about like building friendships the right way, or not even building friendships the right way. It's like whatever friends you have, like which one are the real ones or whatever.
Okay.
So when him building it, it's like building a friendship off interest should be just the start of it. It shouldn't be all that you have, because then when they're gone, it's like, nigga, they're not gonna call you, not gonna text you, not gonna do none of that.
When you're young, you build friendship off similar interests.
Another example for me is like when I was working at the airport. But when I left, nobody contacted me.
Yeah.
So at first, I was feeling some type of way. I probably would have bled for these cats. There ain't nobody contacted me. But like, yo, it's part of life, and people grow apart. In this case, except for us though, because we can't do that.
When you got your relationship simply built on your interest, well, as soon as you stop liking such and such, or we can't do business together, what I need to keep you around for?
And then you need to build it off values.
That should be a big part. Yes, I agree. My can talk though. That's my thing.
Yeah, that's
My
that.
business can talk.
Yeah.
Shout out to D Mun. Sometimes we'll end up staying on the phone for hours, just talking about random shit. That's why we started a podcast. Can talk. Specifically my friends, they can talk. That was my thing. We need to be able to converse.
Cause like I have friends here and there that are like for going out or whatever the case may be, but it's like, I don't know. When the time comes, they still know that they can go to me for something.
Exactly. Make sure you buy a party pack.
Honestly,
this one remembers everything that you like. She isolates herself when she's upset, but tells you can come to her when you're upset. She can talk for days, and she's very talented. You get this one. Oh yeah. You get this one from the stove. I go out. I can also talk. If you want to go on a car ride, that's what I'm for. I'll talk about my emotions these days. We can talk about yours as well. That's what I want to hear. And
she's just open book. Like,
yeah,
she's relatable. She's fun. She's not fun size, because look at her. She's tall as shit.
No.
And takes all the lip gloss off me. Damn it. And she just everything in a bunch. Like, oh my god, I was talking. You know what I mean? Like I said, I talk about y'all like y'all my kids. Oh my god, I be meeting people every day. I meet people every day. And
yeah, I don't know where you be at, but
like work. And like, I meet new people every day. When I was talking about you, the guy that he was like, y'all sound like polar opposites. And then, and then the other nigga.
Get ready, we going out. I'm not. Yes, you are.
I'm done.
Put it up. Put it the going.
Okay. Other guy was like, I mean, I just think that compliments everybody. Like, don't you guys think that works? I was like, yeah, I think it works. Like, I get up early, you don't. I'm, organized. And
I'm not.
You're spontaneous. I'm telling you, I was not experiencing a lot of shit with your friend. I literally have it to go back in my car.
And you know what's crazy? I swear my life boring. Well, right now. In comparison to what it used to be, I am now bored.
To what it used to be. I didn't even know you when it was up there, but just from the time I met you, girl, yeah, I could tell.
It was enough.
I think we balanced each other out.
Yeah.
Now we're like this, like, and I'm telling you, I was telling them, we wouldn't have been friends if I met you early in life.
Hell no.
I
was hanging out with the wrong people.
Yeah, and I was fighting those people.
Literally.
So, it's so crazy. It would have been nice to meet her if she wasn't in that crowd, but it's like, I mean, everything happens for a reason. Look at this.
I knew this. Like, it was random. I literally met everybody she came in contact with.
My family, friends, and that. Yo, nigga.
Except her. We
can start the questions now.
Anyway.
Of course, we have our dice of decisions because. But you do not honors. No.
Oh. 3 words. Single until married.
That sounds like some Kevin Samuels. not gonna lie. I feel like I heard that before.
That sounds like all the women that were born in the 70s.
Yeah.
When you ask them for advice. This could be taken to an extreme. The extreme being in multiple relationships. And then deciding, which one, or whoever pops the question first, or if you got two favorites, and then but we don't live that life anymore. Single until married. I low-key used to think this way, but at the same time, what's the point of getting into a relationship, Because I feel like this, single until married, obviously, very, very obviously that if you want to be single. But this is pertaining to relationships. So, if you want to be in multiple relationships, listen. All I got to say is, be a real pimp about it. Make sure they all know what the fuck going on. And go from there. But now, as a person finding the person that they want to be with, single until married more has to do with the things that I will and won't do for or with that person.
Do you remember when I was working at Westside Wendy's and my manager, you know what I'm saying? This is what she was like. I don't understand what you mean by the doing girlfriend things and doing wife things. You're waking up to a wife, so why don't you do wife things as a girlfriend?
That's because you're living with your nigga that you've been with for 10 years and cooking for him, cleaning for him. I'm sure fucking her all the time. And you also have 3 side niggas, and you also have no ring. So,
speaking of that, where's mine?
Where's mine? I mean, there's a lot of people that believe in it, but I'm not having a baby, not having unprotected sex all the time. Let's really talk about it.
So when will be the time that you decide to wrap it up?
Oh, that's first line of defense. Listen, I am way too scared of getting pregnant, okay? It's not.
Are you way too scared?
Yes.
I'm way too scared.
No, you're dragging it. She drags it.
I can't.
She's dragging it.
I cannot fathom having a kid right now. Like, as much as I'm like, I can't. I can't.
I got that, but yeah,
can't.
I had recently made a decision with my partner because I'm not.
So yeah, what would be the times that you just feel like you're gonna wrap it up? Like, how are you?
If it's like casual, it's about that time of night, that's what you do. If it's more like a spontaneous pop up, oh, it wasn't supposed to be like that, then maybe not. That's why I said not all the time. But I also am on birth control, so we just taking all the steps. So there, that. What else? Not cooking for your ass. I will cook for me because I'm hungry. I don't even like to cook, so why the I cook for you too? Like, I'm not. The only time I'm sorry. I'll cook. Listen, I'll cook for who I have to cook for, meaning my husband and my children. When it comes to that, and if it comes to that, if I'm cooking that night, that's a whole other thing. Because I'm not definite roles. We're splitting responsibility in the house, but I'm not.
What is splitting responsibility in half?
No.
You're gonna have more?
There will be balance. It's not gonna be 50-50.
I was waiting.
I'm covering one bill. You.
That's what I was like.
But I also think if I ever do make more money, then maybe it needs to be a different conversation.
I mean, that would make more sense.
Yeah. But hypothetically, because I want time with my children after I have them. So I'm gonna be out of work. This is what it is.
For how long?
Like 6 months.
I thought you could say 6 years.
You're bugging. That's one thing I can't do is be a stay-at-home mom. In those extreme cases, I definitely believe men should cover bills. Women should cover household things, but you still need to figure out how to be a family.
What is extreme cases? So, damn. I'm
literally staying home all the time.
It's okay, sweetie.
That gives me such anxiety. I'm such a go out person. If anything, it would make more sense for me to be out and for him to stay home. But the thing is, I'm not working like this. I'm not. That's one thing I'm not gonna do. But yeah, like that. I'm also not cleaning up after you. You can do your own laundry. You're grown. People are giving all of these things because, well, I also said I wouldn't live with a person until I got married. That, my view on that has changed, but only because of the type of relationship I was in. So if that like restarts, then we're gonna try and work to being in the same place. But I don't want to be married too early, because I feel like,
when would you want to move in with that person?
A year or two. That's when I also believe that splitting bills is okay, because you're kind of technically like roommates. Under the law, you're not. They're under the law. They're single and there's married.
Yeah.
So
there's no in between.
Yeah. So I think single until married can be taken in two different ways.
I think so too.
She lying. She don't believe in this shit.
It's just vibe. This is wrong. Okay, so the first thing I thought of was dating to marry. That was the first thing I ever thought of. But not everybody, especially at our age. Especially at our age, they're not. To some people, it's just a good time. To other people, it's like, I don't want to waste my time. Like, I might as well just get over it now. Like, so like, me personally, I do date to marry or date with intentions. I'm gonna say that, date with intention. Not everybody I can marry.
Because I could literally just.
You can do what, Karen?
Go ahead, we'll let you finish. I'm gonna elaborate.
So, I just seen this post of this guy. He was saying like, be your best version in every relationship.
Like personally, I believe that the situation should be, you should be able to buy a girl like a dozen roses and send it to her work and be like, hey, I was thinking about you. But I would never recommend a young man do that in the current state when, we know how women move now.
You're making general prescriptions like all women. Like, oh, this is how all women are. Like, no, it's not how all women are. Hey guys, hot take. Don't date shit women. Here's what you should do. Always, when you're in any relationship, be the best version of yourself you can, even if you're not receiving it. But if you're not receiving it back, don't date that person. Always, like, hold yourself to a high standard and don't settle for less. Don't be shit just because some girl might be shit.
Because, everybody had, well, not everybody. Some people generalize, like, oh, women are this and men are that, stuff like that. So this guy from across the screen was saying, oh, you can't, give every girl flowers. You can't treat a girl like this. Like, not everybody can get that type of treatment.
So then why date them?
That exactly what the other man was saying. He was like, that's what he was like. No, be your best self in every relationship. And if you don't receive that love back, then just don't date them.
You trying to be? You don't deserve that. Back the up and scrub the ground. You better hold a position. You better be God's right hand. You better be somebody.
No, that nigga just does nothing but suck Andrew Tate. So and he's a biblical nigga. So he's a biblical nigga that does not, his ideology just doesn't line up with what the he was actually saying. But we'll get there later.
Speaking of biblical men, the dude that I met at work started talking about the Bible, this, the Bible, that. I said, I thought you said you wasn't Christian. He said, I'm not. I said, okay. He said, I consider myself an Israelite. I said, oh? Really? Wait, which one? Okay. Please. They by the devil. Anyway. He was just explaining to me, well, he was like, Israelite is based off of something about black people, Hispanic people, and Native Americans. That's kind of like their original peoples of this religion. Culture. He said culture. His views on the Bible and the Apocrypha, which are the books that were taken out of the Bible, and like shit like that. I'm like, you educating me right now. I appreciate it. Like, cause
don't say the niggas in the city too. They that's what they preach about, and that's when it would be like, just keep walking. That's what they were talking about. Yeah, she's like, just keep. She don't believe. So yeah.
Oh wow. So yeah, he was because he's like, how you feel about the Bible? I said, well, I come from Black Christianity. I'm not with it. Like, if you ask me, I'm spiritual. He was like, yeah, but you know, everything has an order, and your religion comes from your father's side of things. I was like, listen. I was like, listen. I was like, yeah, I can't get it. He's like, no, but like that's how it's written in the Bible. Like, that's just what it says, and blah, blah, blah. I'm like, all right. The Bible has been changed. He's like, yeah, but you got to look at it like the right way. I said, oh no, I know. The Bible's a metaphor. I got it. People take it way too literally. Christians and Catholics take it way too literally. But yeah, he introduced me to that culture. He said it wasn't a religion, he said culture. So I actually want to learn a little bit more about that. But
the end of junior year or the start of senior year, I just call myself agnostic. Yeah. And my mom was telling people she just has a Christian background. Yeah. Because she still has biblical things around the house, but I have never seen my mom go to church. I literally have scriptures tattooed on me. I've never seen my mom go to church, but she told me when she was forced to go, and she never wanted to do that to us. So yeah, my dad, the only thing that I've heard him say Jesus wise was only God can judge them. Like that's about it. Wow. But then they're Jamaican and homophobic, so only God can judge them as well. So
so you believe in this is what you're saying?
No.
Word.
I don't.
Word.
I believe also was single until married. I feel like because it's such a this or that on paper, and in life they make marriage the end all be all of life. And that's being married is not your only goal in life, or anybody's goal in life.
Yeah, you should never expect that to be somebody's goal in life.
Yeah, so I don't agree with that.
Okay. But because as a person that's always wanted to get married,
but I want to get married. Yeah. I want to get
that's
married.
That's why this topic is important, at least to this conversation and to the two of us, because
I would love to get married. I would love to get married, but they made it. I mean, it's hard to break out of that when you're a kid and they're telling you like, oh, you need to find a husband, you need to find a wife, in life, and that's just not the end. Because then you're just, I don't know, people just get lost and don't feel like they're accomplished in life when they are older or in their 40s and don't have nobody. Everybody should be content with themselves.
Everybody be worried about it. My grandma thought I was gay. Because she ain't seen me talk to a boy until I was about 17.
It's your turn.
Oh, fuck.
3. Thoughts on unconditional love. I'll go first. So, first, I'm on a journey for unconditionally loving myself. Only myself, though. I love the people around me. And actually, you know why I got this? Because I was talking to your mother. I was talking to your mother. And when she said, she said all that stuff about her mother. But then at the end of all of that terrible shit, I love my mom. I'm not saying you can't. It's just me personally, I hold love to a very, I'm not about to just say that to anybody. And I was having this conversation with Cameron yesterday. I said, I can comfortably sit here and say, Cameron, I love you. I can comfortably sit here and say, Kimmy, I love you. But just because that whole dumbass thing, blood is thicker than water. I'm not gonna sit here and make it seem like I'm not gonna be treated like and then you're gonna sit here and be like, oh, but like I love you. That's what people in their head up. Like, you're gonna think that abuse is love. You're gonna think that being manipulated is love. You're gonna think the wrong things is love. So you have to conditionally love these people and unconditionally love yourself. Like, even I'm trying to correct myself with I get if I mess something up. I can't only like myself if I do something right. Oh, I can't that's little I'm trying to fix.
Okay.
But yeah, you can only unconditionally love yourself because you're only gonna know yourself and be within yourself. You come in this world by yourself. You're gonna leave by yourself. I'm not, obviously you guys are here with me, but I'm gonna be in that casket by myself. So you gotta love yourself to the fullest. Have no regrets. And that whole growing up with your families, they're gonna love you unconditionally and this and that, but that's how lives get fucked up. And then you transferring on to your other relationships that you tend to have with romantic or platonic.
Now let's be honest, I don't believe that's true.
Yeah. I mean, when it comes to extreme measures, it comes out.
They're gonna love you unconditionally. Well, they're not. More than half of the people in this world do not understand the concept of love. They understand the chemical and they understand the word. They do not understand the concept. Especially within family. Oh my God. People think you owe them something.
That pisses me off. And it's crazy because no one owes anybody anything. But if it comes down to it, parents owe us everything. You brought me here. I asked
you wanted me to
You want to be. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like, if anything, it's reverse. Kids don't owe you the world.
Hell.
Especially if you treat them like I don't know.
If you love your child properly and show them the proper amount of love. Chances are they're gonna want to do for you when you get older. That's how it works. And if you want to talk about biology, whatever. Yes, there are plenty. This is the one thing I agree. There is some sort of familial attachment to the people you're directly related to. That's why people think that, you know, a parent is gonna have unconditional love for their child. That love does not overcome their emotions, because especially we know the generation above us, generation X that are our parents. Millennials aren't our parents for the most part. Your parents are Generation X. That whole generation is fucked. They are so screwed up, and they're in so much denial. It's crazy. Speaking of talking to my mother,
you're crazy. Like,
speaking of talking to my mother, she had a good point in this topic of how sometimes people sit in their mental health and they use it as an excuse, and you know, sometimes some people make it more than what it actually is. That's once again a whole other topic.
Yeah, this is.
But for the most part, they negate it completely. And this is a trend that didn't exist when I was younger. We just got over it. We picked ourselves up. And working in the pharmacy, y'all age is the most I've seen on antidepressants. She's right, because our generation, that first part of Generation Z, the first part, 96 to 2002, that part. We're trying to fix ourselves and be better, and you know. The two above us, they're double because they didn't talk about it. And they didn't have words for this.
That's why I said that's a really big one. You can't teach an old dog new tricks. That's them.
My thoughts on unconditional love. I personally, it took me a while, I guess, to love myself through the dumb things that I did. Cause now it's, you know, it's a story time. It's not. I don't hate what I did, who I was. I've learned to love all of the stages of my life. I've also been big on the concept of love for a while, so I think I think for myself I pretty much achieved that. And I'm actually putting myself in therapy soon, just in case. But in terms of unconditionally loving other people, I think it's hard for me, because in my opinion it was made hard by my parents. They put me, especially my mother, put me in. No, actually, I'm gonna give them equal. Put me in certain situations in which I had to decide if I still wanted to speak to these people, and I had to have a conversation with myself as to whether I still love them or not. Because
that's what I'm talking about.
Yeah,
that
I've been pushed so far with that from them that I really think I understand what unconditional love is, and I do have it for some people.
I just think it's dangerous. Now that I think it's dangerous. Like, well, I have that for you and Cameron. I put y'all. I talk about y'all like y'all my kids, and I have that for y'all because y'all have done a lot for me. But who knows? I wouldn't want this to happen, but who knows what's gonna happen between me and you?
Exactly.
What's gonna happen between me and Cameron, and then that will be detrimental to me. So, me, I have to think. I'm I'm not trying to make it seem like I'm trying to push y'all away or anything like that, but if anything was to happen to y'all or happen to us, I feel like I need to be able to protect myself.
Yeah.
And be like, this is not something I can fuck with. Like, I can't.
That's another opposite we are. I
love her.
I'll risk it.
I love her dearly. I love her to death. She's like my sister.
Yeah, I tell people she's my sister. Like,
yeah, but I love them both dearly, and I do put them above myself currently, and I'm trying to,
you know, what?
Put myself.
We had a conversation about that because I love her too, but I was so proud when she when she figured out herself she couldn't do that, because when she first told me that. This was back at the boys' house. I was like, you can't. As much as I love you and I would do the same for you, I know you're not there yet. You can't. And just recently, I noticed, because I was working every fucking day. 2 days went by, I hadn't heard from her. I'm like, I either gotta beat this up. And I was like, you know what, I'm practicing. So let me just type my feelings. She didn't answer me. I was like, did she want me to drive to her house at 12 a.m.? I was like, hello? Hi. Are you breathing? She's like, oh yeah, I was watching my anime. I said, you didn't see me text you? No. I muted everybody. I said, oh. Excuse fuck out of me. Well, when you look at it, get back to me. Okay? Yeah, because I already knew. As soon as she said that, I already knew. It clicked. Then she explained it all to me. She was like, you know, I'm taking time for myself because I realized that I have to love myself, and then I have to date myself, and I have to, you know, I have to put myself first. I was like, huh?
Bye.
You get there, that's when you can start to get back to putting other people before yourself sometimes. Yeah, I definitely have my little group of people.
Yeah, y'all not going to, I'm telling. If y'all go, anyways.
Yeah.
What is that
about? Are you supporting your children 100% in what they want to do? If not, what are your conditions? This is a sensitive subject right now. Do you want to go first? That was tragic. But technically, it's not sensitive because I'm desensitized. So, like, from a logical standpoint, okay? The answer is yes, but there is a condition. Okay. The condition is we sit down, we talk about your plan, we financially prepare, we possibly weigh out other options that include what you want to do, or other options that you can do while you're doing the main thing you want to do, and you go from there. But my emotional standpoint is 100% yes, and there are no conditions. You can figure out what you want to do, and I will be behind you. In all of that, you will not be a drug addict. You will not
a drug dealer.
Be a drug dealer. You're not like the baseline things that will get you hurt or get you in trouble. I won't be behind. Mm-hmm. Other than that, if you tell me you want to be a trombone teacher, you're gonna learn every button on that instrument. You're gonna know how many sizes of that instrument are. You're gonna learn the brands that make the instrument, and you're gonna go to school for education, and we're gonna make it work.
Best teacher out there.
You know, a lot of people, they always want to aim as high as possible, and I understand, but sometimes it's not about aiming high. Sometimes it's about working in the middle or the lower, because those foundations are very important. And sometimes it's not even about aiming anywhere. It's about doing it for you.
Would support my child, but I do agree with you. Like, when it comes to selling drugs or your body or just things.
Hear me out. If you want to strip,
Sorry, dance.
Take a nigga money.
Dance.
Take a nigga money.
It's called dance. Like, yeah, if I see the potential in my kid to do something else, I would suggest it, but I'm not gonna force it down them. Like, if that's not something, cause yeah, happiness. That's what you were preaching at that part. Like,
no, because
the generation of our parents, like, they're so big on like what looks right on paper or what, like, the highest of the high they can do, but they're not happy. None of them are happy with what they do in life.
I can't even explain this to y'all. Just know that there was a large argument between me, a college dropout, and my two parents who have master's degrees. She admitted, I don't like going to work every day, but I still do it. I'm not doing that. I am not gonna walk in and be like, damn, can't wait to leave for the next 20 years. You've worked at that job longer than I've been alive, and you don't like it?
Your mom yesterday, or whenever I got the food, she's like, you know, different types of hard work. She said, I remember working at the Red Roof, and you know, she went to college or whatever, and I guess she went there again, and the same lady was working there. Yeah. And then she's like, shit, she was still folding it as tight as she could, and as organized as she was, and all this other stuff. She's like, there has to be people that do that, which is, you know, it's hard work, but I'm not working that hard ever again. And I said, I feel you, but if that's what she wanted, yeah, like. And I really and truly think that the supporting your kids and, you know, and being a doctor, a lawyer, whatever the case may be, I think everyone's view of success is different. But the generalized one is, I guess, or being famous, being super, like having a whole bunch of money. Yeah. That's what I'm saying. That's not everybody's goal in life. Like even just think about foreigners. Like when you have immigrants come down here, their perfect life is getting a job, whatever the it is, and providing for their family and going home. And cause they'd rather do that than be on the streets. So some people's dreams don't provide them income. There's people out here that just want to be preaching about, you know, saving this person, saving the Charles, like abortions. They do that every day with no money. They don't get from that,
and they get up and gladly go do it.
Yeah, like, because to them that's what gives them their heart, and that's what they want to live. That's what they die with. So that's what makes them happy. That's what makes them happy.
So if your child tells you she wants to knit blankets for babies,
that's fine. I think people have a pride thing as well, like trying to compete. You sit there and go to your friends like, oh yeah, my son is an NFL player.
Oh my god, that's a whole nother problem.
that's you worried about the wrong thing, babe.
I am not you. You do not live through me. As much as we believe children are a representation of their parents, that is to a very hard stop. Because I might be an asshole, but I'm an asshole trying to get help.
Yeah. 2. Divorce equals failure.
It depends on what the divorce is for. Because chances are, before you even got married, it is the reason you're getting divorced now. In my personal experience. No, I've never been married. From what I've seen in my own family. If you knew that you had a street runner, okay, or a partner, right, and they never showed any signs of compromise or change, what makes you think that they're going to compromise or change when there's a ring on their finger?
Honestly.
And I could really speak to that specific one. I party till the sun come up. When I'm in a relationship, I dial that shit back. I went from a good 5 parties a month, probably more, to 1 every 2 months. Like, because I knew that I couldn't go out with my partner. My partner is not a go out person, and I still found a way to, I was still with my friends. As I love to party, as much as I love to party. I don't need to party all the time, especially when it comes into consideration for another person, because I would want that consideration done for me. If I was with a nigga that went out Friday, Saturday, Sunday, every week, I would want you to dial that back and spend some weekends with me. Half the people that got married in the generation before us, first of all, got married either because somebody was pregnant or because somebody made a certain amount of money or whatever. All are not happy.
The camera, stop. I'm sorry.
If you had a cheater, if you had a woman or man with 5 other kids, with 4 other people, if you...
Oh my god.
When you put your foot down, things can go get solved, helped, fixed, and you can move from there. That's how you fix the relationship before you even get to marriage. You do not marry the first thing you fucking say.
You know what I think? In relationships, I was just telling the boy today that I feel like people compromise too much and like not realize if you have to do that, you're not supposed to be with that person. I think there's a difference between sacrifice and compromise. Because if you're changing yourself or having them change for you, then that's just not the person that you want to be with, because you're altering their actual self.
I think you can change for a person.
Yeah, if you want to, but you can't sit there and compromise. It's not meeting in the middle anymore.
I know what you mean.
What the f***? It's not meeting in the middle. Like, compromise, like you cannot sit here, like if I sit here and say I do not want kids, the person I want to be with is saying that they want that kids, and you be in the middle, let's have 1 kid. That's not compromise, because this never wanted kids.
That one.
They never wanted kids. So that's sacrifice is a woman giving birth to a kid. You have to sacrifice that body for y'all two to have this kid. So that's what I'm saying. Like, there's a whole difference between sacrifice and compromise, and I feel like I struggled with this in my last relationship when it came to compromise. I don't do confrontation, so I was just like, whatever you want. I was like, okay. I just didn't feel like talking about it, because I felt like it's the me. I had an issue with me saying how I felt and you not giving a about it. That was the part of confrontation I did not like, or I felt like was gonna happen. So I just like that. I can't. It's really hard in my romantic relationships. Now I say everything in the beginning. Like I can do that, but with the last one, I really think with the last one too, because I didn't prepare for that relationship. I really just, it was kind of random. I was just like, oh no, like,
shit, love it or that.
I'm just saying, there's a difference between sacrifice and compromise, because compromise is meeting in the middle or saying your share, they're saying your share. But if you have to keep having that conversation to keep changing shit, then maybe you should just find somebody else. Like, maybe you should just do that. And probably that leads to divorce. I don't think divorce is automatic failure. I think just like any other relationship, things are meant to be lessons. So I think it's only failure if you disrespect yourself in the process.
Okay.
I think that's really the only time it's failure. Okay. Y'all know, I think you might like, I do not respect her because she's with a man that cheats and does not do anything for the household. So,
and the fact that married a woman that had niggas at all times. What the fuck did you? Y'all are in the same space, screaming at each other. Nothing about that is better for the child.
In any way, shape, or form, I'm telling you, like, that's the first example of love they see. And that is what they're going to find when they're older. Whether they learn from it or they don't. That's what it is. They gotta break that cycle. Do we only have one more? No. We have 2 more. 5. Okay. Men postpartum. Because it's from the So Let's Talk About It podcast. You had like a slight thought of not wanting to have kids because of you wanting that love with your husband and having a kid in there. Like, I guess not the roles will shift, but the attention will shift to the child more than to your husband. And a man brought this up with with men postpartum. Like,
do men go through postpartum?
I would say yes. The intimacy, for one, is the biggest factor that changes between a dichotomy, you and your wife. You don't know the effects that it has on you. Do I have to compete for love? And that's a big thing too. Like, you don't have to compete for love, but these are thoughts that can come up. Like, hey, do I have to compete for my wife's attention? And for us, we're such internal beings that we internalize everything.
Competing for love without wanting to compete
Oh
for
my
love.
God,
And
y'all be
like,
so insecure. That's insecurity right there. Because it's not competing for nothing. It's not competing for love. It might be attention, or a concern for attention. You're not competing. Don't do that.
I think he's trying.
She's not yours.
Yeah, I think he's trying to say what you were saying, but he was using the wrong words.
Okay.
Yeah, that's why I was watching. I was like, But do you understand? Like, there's a lot that goes into having a kid. It's not just. I'm not even just worried about pushing the baby out. There's so much. I already have depression. Postpartum, and there's people out here that want to kill their kids. Like
psychosis.
Yeah, like that's crazy. Like, there's a lot, and losing your teeth, losing your hair, like being allergic. There's people allergic to their own pregnancies. There's so many things that the what ifs, and I can't deal with that. I can't mentally think about that. Yeah, like all the emotional stuff. Or you're not feeling like yourself. You're not feeling beautiful. Like I can't deal with that. At least I can't deal with that.
I think a lot of men are forced to sacrifice things that they haven't been forced or asked to sacrifice ever in their life, and that's why they have such a problem. Which means stop being a 1. 2. It very much does exist, and it is very difficult. I think conversations need to be had between partners. I think plans for the future, because so many people have a kid and then end up pregnant 2 months later. Oh my God.
No, yeah.
You didn't even think. As much as, well, men don't talk about shit overall. So, if y'all had things like maybe support groups or, I don't know, a safe space of some sort where you could talk about stuff like this, I think it would definitely be beneficial. But once again, you also need to talk to your partner. I understand. Another thing is, women get very defensive in this topic because they're like, I just had a baby and you want me to do this. I think there needs to be a point in time where it needs to be a safe space of how you feel, what you think, on both parties. Because there's not a lot of communication in terms of postpartum. And there's a lot of misconceptions.
It's so hard just explaining mental health to niggas now.
That's also true.
But obviously, if you got married, you trust that person, you should be able to have that conversation.
Yeah.
It's just me personally, it's so hard for me to have that conversation. It's so hard. Because it's like, sometimes you just feel the feels. There's literally no words for it. There is no words for that.
Oh yeah, I've said that multiple times. I don't know why. It's just like,
bringing life into this world is just a different experience. And because it happens a lot, it's like, I think some men overlook it. Women do it all the time, like da-da-da-da. It's not until you're in it, it's like, damn, this is real shit.
Same way, just because like the concept, just because you can have kids doesn't mean you should have kids. Just because women are built to have children doesn't mean that they should mentally be responsible for a child. Because mental disease is real, and it can be, what's the word, genetic. You would have a problem with a person that was having kids like rabbits and got 9 kids, pregnant again, living however they're living. You'd have an issue with that. But at the same time, this country tries to force the idea that women want to have children. Some women do not want to have children. So then women that end up getting pregnant and are in a way forced to have said child, now you have a woman that hates her child. You hate that, don't you? You don't like that either. So
just like Jubilee news, what? It was stay-at-home moms versus
working.
Was it? I think it was it, or I think it was something else. There was one of the young ladies that got her tubes tied at like 20. Cause she knew for sure she did not want.
Oh, I know what you're talking about. Moms versus no daughters and mothers.
Yeah, she was crying. She got so emotional because I've always wanted to be a mom since I was a kid. Like, you could change your mind anytime, and if you change your mind, she can adopt.
She said, "I'm not."
Like, yeah, I'm sorry you feel that way.
But I was like, "Sorry, babe."
Like I said, I would not have a problem if the doctor told me right like today that I could not have kids. I would not.
I would. So
yeah, two different people. Yeah. Right? Like, I would not care if the doctor right now told me I could not have kids. Okay. Like, my problem with adopting, that's if I even want to get there with somebody. Like, now I definitely had the choice if I want to be a parent or not. Like,
there should be even like I think there should be classes before anybody has a child, to be honest with you, because people do not know how to take care of children. Oh my god.
The last one, yay,
is, do we believe in preference? Call me I white nigga.
That's anyways.
I'm not dating nobody that's not black.
White people are out the question. But I like people of color, but it's not to date. I'm gonna date in my race.
If you're mixed with black.
I'm dating in my race. I don't have a problem with other races except white. I don't have a problem at all with them. I just feel comfortable dating within my race. I think everybody's beautiful in their own way, and black is beautiful though. I just think familiarity and similarity is just it's a big yes when it comes to my kids and my husband. Like, we have to click, and I understand, you know, opposites attract, but my opposite is not gonna be culture. It's not.
You would be with a Caribbean man.
I would. I would.
I mean, I would too, but
black in all shades as well. So for me, black in all shades.
There's a certain type of lighter skinned male
colorist,
and it's just not.
Well, like mixed.
Yeah,
that's fine.
But like, light skinned men.
No.
With like the freckles, they're so beautiful.
You said no. She don't want a mix with like white mom. There we go.
I do have a preference. I'm trying to. No, I do. I know I do have a preference. But I'm trying to think. Would I date any other race? I'm trying to think. If it was another race, I think it'd have to be like maybe like full blown Native American or. I like niggas.
No, I feel
I like my Negroes. I'm not.
Yeah. The thing, I think people also have preference and requirements. Do you think they're the same? Do you think they're
No.
Okay, there's some people that do. Like, hold on. Just like, did you see that video? They were saying like how you can clearly see Nick Cannon has a preference of like he dates the same type of woman, but not once did he put down black women. Like, and on top of that, like I said, with preference,
that's why they keep having this fucking game.
With preference and requirements, those are two different things. They might be in the same boat, as in like what you want out of them.
Are we talking physical requirement?
Yeah. Yes. Okay. Preference and requirements are like we could like okay.
Oh yeah, I'm thinking standard. Okay.
Oh, okay.
So like, if a nigga don't have a car, I'm not fucking with you.
That's the
standard.
It's not. I prefer a man with a car. That's
the standard. A requirement. I guess my requirement would be that you're black.
Yeah. Okay. So your requirement would be that you're black. Your preference would be what? Dark skin.
Yeah. Yes, God.
So yeah,
I just love dark skinned people though. That's another thing that people get up because there's a whole. Okay. I understand I'm gonna start by saying this. I understand the argument behind this conversation. The problem is lighter skinned women liking darker skinned men reinforces the idea that dark skin is equal to masculinity, according to darker skinned women. I disagree. I do disagree. I get the concept though. I hear what you're saying. I haven't thought about that because I probably haven't had to think about that in the way that other people have. I've been labeled aggressive, loud, angry multiple times, but that's for other reasons. It's for my height, my voice projection, my choice of speech, like the way I speak, not because solely off of my color. In general, I've always loved dark-skinned people. They're so pretty. They are so pretty. And I feel like that's my reasoning for my attraction to darker skinned men over lighter skinned men. There are plenty of fine light skinned men to have. You were gonna pull up a video TikTok something.
Yeah, when I was on that dating app, a lot of black men would date me because I look like the attractive dark skin. As a dark skinned woman, you only get desired or viewed as attractive if you're like, you know, you have a small nose and big lips and like, you know, like the Ryan Destiny. It's a whole different game in Africa. But in America, like they don't view like women who look like Leslie Jones, for example, as attractive. Like we just seen a reporter who basically bashed her for her looks and called her masculine because she has a wide nose. But like they literally called her masculine and it's like she's not actually masculine. She just has Afrocentric features that doesn't fit the European beauty standard. So a lot of black men, they'll, you know, desire me because I'm an experiment to them.
Well, basically the girl was talking about some men don't date dark-skinned women unless they have Afrocentric features. The beautiful dark skin, it would be like a small nose. Yeah, that. Yeah, I don't know. Yeah, something like that.
Men don't date dark skinned women unless they have Eurocentric features.
And I was like, she's talking about she small nose. And I was just like, with the little small Cupid's bow lips. And yeah. Like, what is this? I didn't know that. Like I said, I saw black is black. That whole dividing is fucking dumb to me.
It's an old way of thinking. It was the way of, I'm lighter, so I can get accepted by the public in more things than you can. African people swear they're so much better than American black people.
Oh yeah, sounds about right.
I don't think they understand that the man sees them. The white man still sees you as Negro. They still see you as Negro. They just see dark black, white black. Blackity black. Like it's all black. So
I think I saw this. I mean, clearly look at the fucking setup. Like the camera's done and like everything is done. Like it's just done.
I got to go to school and get some education.
I'm gonna see my nigga. So see y'all next week, but we don't know because we don't have a set schedule. So like, see you when we see you.
Look, see, it's been a minute since I took a trip to the trenches. You think that a young nigga winning? I can be laughing and joking with these little bitches when niggas won't stay on my business. I got the ball in my court, so you know I get busy. Don't got time to sit on no benches. And I tried to give him a pass, but get off your wax. You ain't chasing no dreamy pretending.
That one off. See what happens. Oh, I only had like two couples. Fuck. Tell me.
Damn. Contagious, bitch. My whole class is pregnant. Like my whole class.